Hello and joyful Monday to everyone, and welcome to Coaching Think Talk. I am Life Coach Shaun, the man from Pasig City from Life Coach Philippines, and this is coaching for workforce management. And this coaching conversation are for leaders at work. And my mission is to be able to empower people to be mentally fit so that they can stay inspired and motivated to live a balanced work and life. Thank you for joining me this wonderful morning. Thank you for joining me live today. And please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you are presently located as of this very moment. Please do tag your friends and circulate this video, and let's more help more people by sharing. Sharing it to individuals. Um, what I might be sharing with you this wonderful morning. You may also give a shout out to the people that you want to read and reach out to with some inspiring message. It's a Monday. People would say it's a manic Monday, but I don't believe in manic Monday. I believe that every day is a great opportunity for us to do something different, to do something transformational, to do something powerful at work. And that is something that I'm going to teach you, especially if you are a people leader and you're leading a team, you're leading a group, you're managing a team in there. Have them pop in here, have them join in here. If you're watching this on a replay, please do comment hashtag replay. I'm streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI Connect. If you are new to the platform, please like, follow, and subscribe to the channel. Hello, Coach Pichi. Hey, Coach Pichi, thank you for joining us. Of course, my better half is joining us as well. If this is the first time you're joining me, if this is the first time that you're seeing me here in Life Coach Philippines, I am Life Coach Shaun. I'm a professional certified actively co-create life coach, and I'm also a certified mental health coach from Life Coach Philippines. And I empower men to be mentally fit so that they can stay inspired to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Yes, most of my clients are men out there. The men out there, the father out there. I want to help you out. I want to help you out, start living a legacy, start filling up that missing piece in your life right there. You have this big question of, is this really my life, or is this there's more in your life? If you are in that stage right now, if you're looking for that, let me know. Let's have a conversation out there. In my professional life, I'm a call center executive for one of the Fortune 500 companies offering global services and consultancy. I focus in the area of workforce management. So, workforce management is an art and science of putting the right people at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. So, this is what I do. My tenure in the call center industry has been more than 14 years now, and most of it is in a leadership role. So that is what I'm teaching you right now. Those are the things that I've learned along the way in my career that has propelled me and helped me out in my career, getting promoted every 2 to 3 years and growing my career. In my personal life, I'm a family man. I've been married for 19 years now. We have two wonderful children, which are now both teenagers. So very started very on in being a father and also being a husband. Um, my eldest daughter is an animator and an entrepreneur, and my son is on his way for him to be able to find his way as an influencer in the automotive industry. Of course, my wife, her, she does her coaching TikTok every 4 p.m. on a Monday. That's Coach Tin, which you see there. Tin Dihoya, that is my better half. And we are a family of creators and game changers. So that is all we do. We create, and we also help family members as well. Enjoy the family, really have that moment with the family and really work on that and getting better as you grow along. So today I'm going to talk to you about the 5 secrets to keep yourself sane at work. When was the last time that you were about to go insane at work and you needed a much needed break? You needed to go on leave for the longest time. um, I believe that the lack of clarity, this is probably the worst feeling when you start asking yourself if you are in the right space of what you're doing, and you're asking if the things that you're doing is still valuable or worth your effort. Have you ever experienced a time in which you put all of your blood, sweat, and tears in the work that you do, only to feel that the things that you're doing is not reaping the fruits that you expect, or The people that you're working for or you're working with doesn't appreciate the work that you're doing. So imagine being tasked to do something at work only to perform to a level in which you are dissatisfied. You know that that is something that would help the company or the workplace or the people in there to thrive, but at the end of the day you feel that, hey, the effort that you're putting in is not getting that fruits that you wanted. And it can turn a motivated person into a robot that goes to work because they need to. They got coming to work because they came into work yesterday anyway, so that's what they will do. And the lack of clarity of work plagues a lot of employees in the workplace, which causes demotivation. So maybe you've been you have a team in there, you have a group of people in there that you're managing, and some of them were performing on the onset, but eventually as they progressed, their performance seemed to have been declining. This leads to a huge problem of low morale, and which equates to a decrease in performance from the first time that they started work up until the time that where they are right now. And it's unfortunate that some people in the workplace don't understand this problem. A lot of leaders in the workplace don't understand how the individual is thinking, how the individual, the experiences that they have is influencing the way that they think. And, they connect the behaviors that they have with the lack of performance because they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the experience, rather than really being mindful of the mental health of the person. There's a lot of things happening in this world right now, especially during these times of pandemic, where people would think about different things. And I was in the space before that you need to separate work and life. That when you get out of work or at your home, you start at work, then you need to focus on work. But eventually is I've realized, learning with myself as well, that both work and life are intertwined. They need to be in synergy for you to be able to get that work life balance that we have. When people experience a decline in their motivation, there are a couple of reasons why there is a sudden decline in their performance. The lack of motivation affects the performance because they're not fully in there. They're not fully engaged. They're not fully, in the present moment. They're thinking about different other things that's allowing them not to put all of their best foot forward. And I'm going to give you five, reasons. There are more of this, of course. So I'm just going to share to you what I feel is really lacking and what is really needed for leaders out there, especially for you. If you're a people leader and you're in a stage right now in which you know that you can give more, but you can't seem to do more. You're in that space right now. Five, five reasons why there's a sudden decline in performance, and maybe this is something that you've experienced along the way and something that you're able connect with. If you're able to resonate with this one, just let me know. Send us a message here at Life Coach Philippines, and we'll be happy to help your workplace improve their motivation and inspiration in there, so that they can continuously perform and give their all, in that they're living or working with purpose, that they just don't work because they need to earn, they need to pay for the bills and so on. All right, so number one is the lack of recognition. When leaders focus too much on what is not working rather than what's working, that is where motivation declines, and it causes a lot of frustration for the individual, because the individual is giving all of their best and not being able to recognize your effort. Even how you perform can make you feel like your effort is not bearing the fruits of your labor. So imagine that. Imagine, giving all that you got, giving all your blood, sweat, and tears in there, only to not be recognized, to not feel that you're wanted, to not feel that the effort that you're putting in is not reaping the value, or the fruits that you are putting in there. So that is one thing that's demotivating, and it slows down the process of the person giving their all. Number two is the lack of direction. When bosses run a business, some of them would ask you to do one thing and expect, when things are not working, they would forget about what they asked of you. You have these bosses who would say, you need to do A, B, C, and D. When you do it, and the result doesn't coincide with their expectation, then, you know this kind of experience happen to the individual. There's a lack of direction, or maybe there's direction, but the direction is not even clear for the boss. And it's like a sudden amnesia that the boss have when they give the direction, and they felt that that is something that they didn't said. And these people, this situation caused great stress to the people who are following them, because they feel that the effort that they're putting in is not allowing them to succeed in the business. It's like they start a cycle of blame, and for some, they throw people under the bus, and especially if they're not meeting the expectations, because the expectation in the onset is unrealistic in the first place. So there's no clear direction in there. People would just telling you what to do without the clear intention of what the result is, or what kind of experience they would want to have. So that is number two. Number three is confusion as to who is supposed to do what and who is supposed to do when. Have you ever experienced a moment in which you are in a meeting, then suddenly someone called you, you're not ready, you're not prepared for the conversation, and you are in the point in which you ask yourself, am I the right person to answer this question, or it should be routed to a different person, or I should have my team or my subordinates in there to attend the meeting so that they can articulate what the question is being talked about and all the conversation is. And these are some of the things that can really lead confusion to the individual. If you are someone who's focused on, you know what you can give, but you come into a meeting in which you are not prepared and you're not mentally, in there, that's going to be the conversation, and it puts you in the hot spot in asking, trying to answer questions when you don't really have the answer. And this is where the bosses in there, people leaders need to have specific, set of expectations during meetings, during discussions on what to expect, so that you don't go into a meeting where the person is not prepared or they're surprised on the conversations that we'll be having. So that is the third one. Number four is the lack of training. One of the reasons why people get demotivated at work, they're no longer inspired in the things that they're doing, because they lack the training. They imagine putting someone in a role in which you expect them to meet certain criteria, certain tasks, certain activities, not really validating if the person has the necessary skills and knowledge for them to be able to fulfill their work. And this is a recipe for disaster. I've seen bosses expect too much of their people and expect them to deliver without even asking clarity if the person really understand it. They just set these expectations. Sometimes it's a unimaginable and an unrealistic expectation that the person is put into a space in which they question themselves if they are the right person to do the job. And number five is unclear duties and responsibilities. So think about a moment in which have a conversation with the people, or even you specifically. Like, are you clear with the duties and the responsibilities that you have? Like, imagine working for long amount of years doing the work that you're doing, and only to find out that some of the tasks that you are doing you shouldn't be doing in the first place, but no one told you. Like, they just expect that you you're okay with it, or they just expect that the things that you're doing you understand that, and so on, but you keep on doing that only to come into a space in which you question yourself if you are the right person for this job, and that causes a lot of dissatisfaction at work. So those are the five main causes. If you're gonna ask me, the reason behind why people are demotivated at work, why they're not inspired to do the things that they need to do, or to do the things that they want to do, because all of these different reasons. And heavy workloads and high stress levels at work are there's a plague in there. Currently, with all of the things that's happening in this world right now, when people are working from home, there are more work happening in there, and with workers putting in 12 hours, sometimes 14 hours, 16 hours, sometimes they don't sleep at all. They only sleep for a short amount of time, and they experience all of this stress. And for some, they even work on a weekend. So not sure if you work on the weekend, instead of you doing the errands that you have in there, focusing on investing in yourself and studying. This affects the well-being of the individual, which is being tested, and there's no clear sign of the things that they will be managed for them to be able to live a balanced life. And this can cause insanity, I tell you. I remember a moment in which there's just a lot of different things happening at work, and I just like my brain just wants to shut down. And that is something that I was really concerned about, because if I continue to push myself towards something that I cannot deliver or I cannot fulfill, it's gonna make you go crazy. It's gonna go bananas. So that is what I'm teaching Rue right now. So in the workplace right now, you would see a lot of wellness programs, being implemented in there. You have, different organizations that supporting the company, but you still see people experiencing, unmotivated workforce. You see people getting sick. You see sometimes they come in and sometimes they don't come in. When you talk to them, they're emotional already about it. And this is the pressures that's been putting into the person. And in the US, for example, I'm going to share to you a statistic. They spend more than 3.8 trillion on healthcare back in 2019. And it reached 4.1 trillion in 2020. So it's 2022 already. I'm sure that this has increased, especially during this pandemic. And healthcare support is great for intervention, but it doesn't really solve the real problem of health, concerning the health of the individual, like non-communicable diseases such as diabetes, cancer, heart problems, which this, by the way, collectively is responsible to 70% of the death worldwide. So imagine that: diabetes, cancer, and heart disease. These are the things that we've experienced at work, because of the major factors that we have in there. It affects 41 million people, that's causing dying because of diabetes, cancer, and heart diseases. And the major risk factor with this comes with smoking, of course, tobacco. I've smoked as well when I was working. Physical inactivity, harmful use of alcohol. I'm not sure if you've experienced a moment in which you just needed to drink just to de-stress, which by the way, for me before kind of makes sense, but today when I was thinking about it, why am I putting all of these things in my body, which is not helping me to be healthier? Unhealthy diet is one that's causing us to decline with our health, and also the air pollution that you're seeing in here. But the first four things that I've shared with you: the tobacco use, physical inactivity, harmful use of alcohol, and unhealthy diets, are the ones that we have control over. And as I've said, for most often than not, we utilize this as a coping mechanism to manage our stress. Now, it's good for a temporary solution, but it's not good for a long term solution, because it will affect you eventually as you grow old. I experienced that. It's a good thing that, we've started changing our lifestyle and we've started changing our priorities, because the more that you continue to negate your health, the more that is going to hunt you in the future. And I've seen a lot of people who've experienced, different um, health impacts to them, only to reflect on that it was because of the decisions that they made from the past. Thank you, Richard, for Coach Richard, for joining us. And there's an urgent need for us to continue supporting these people at the work to implement preventive maintenance programs. Preventive maintenance means that we're helping them take care of themselves, rather than having opportunities for them to go to the hospital and having this Medicare, rather than doing programs or activities or change in mindset and lifestyle changes for them to be able to keep themselves sane at work. So those are the things that I would like for you to really reflect on. Especially if you're a people leader, if you're, like Richard, Coach Richard is a teacher, you also have people in there that you're wanting to help, and it doesn't just stop in helping these people perform at work. It doesn't stop there. It begins with helping the individual understand their mindset, understand their habits, understand their behaviors, understand their beliefs and their values, so that they can navigate through life, so that they can make sound decisions for them to be healthy. I remember two week, I think two to 3 years ago, I made a decision to quit the corporate world, because I was so exhausted. I was so exhausted. I was so burnt out that the quickest way for me to be able to keep my sanity is to just quit. So for 2 years, I quit the corporate world. I just wanted to have a breather in there, because if I didn't do that, I would go crazy and insane. And that is something that allowed me to take a breather and reflect on the things that I want to do. And I'm not saying that you quit. Don't quit. If you're planning to quit, if you're planning to take a breather, have a conversation with a life coach first. Message us. Let us help you navigate through that, because I've experienced that. So don't. I went through it, so don't go through the same experience as I have. I can help you out so that you can navigate through in making the right decisions and sound decisions for you to get the result that you want. But when I quit in there, I had a lot of realizations, and had of aha moments on how I was living my life. And I was focused too much on the work that I was doing, that I forgot the most important person in the room, which is me. I, you know, at times, because we love our family so much, we love our work so much, that we tend to put a lot of our time, our effort, our attention in there, that we lose sight of us. We lose sight of who we are. We lose sight of why we're doing the things that we're doing in the first place. And these are the things that a lot of people forget. And that's why it leads to demotivation and dissatisfaction. And that's why it leads to insanity in the workplace. And you might wonder, why is it that the person was performing so perfectly, yeah, and so much, then eventually the performance of the person declined, and you would ask that. I mean, it's really coming to a space in which the person is just putting all of their time and effort, because they didn't know any better. They just feel that that's the right way of doing it, but only to find out eventually in the latter time that it's affecting their health as well. So what I'm going to share to you is, I'm going to share to you 5 secrets to keep yourself sane at work. This is just secrets that I've been using. And my hope is you will be able to utilize this and share this with other people as well, so that you can help them, keep themselves sane. Because I tell you, uh, as we continue on not supporting our mental health, not supporting the way that we're thinking, not supporting the way that we're living our life, it's gonna cost you more in the future. I tell you, it's gonna be a lot of regrets, and I don't want you to live life with regrets. I want you to be able to see life in a different perspective. See life not for what it is, but for how it can be. How it can be more for you when you give these secrets a try. Okay? So 5 secrets to keep yourself sane at work. Number 1 is, and not a lot of people do this, invest in your learning. Invest in your learning, enroll in programs that will allow you to be a better person, enroll in programs that will allow you to think in different ways, enroll in programs that will allow you to have the proper tools and techniques for you to navigate through life. Because this is where a lot of leaders' challenge is. They focus too much on the skills that they've accumulated as you grow along, that they forget to focus on the person, which is you specifically, and you need to invest your time. One thing that you can start focusing on is just learning how to manage stress and pressures. That is one learning that you can do, so you can teach other people at work. So that's one secret. Number 2 secret is get a life coach. Get a life coach, hire a life coach. 4 years ago, more than 4 years ago, when I invested in life coaching, I got certified. I never stopped investing in myself. I have coaching, one-on-one coaching. I invested in one-on-one coaching. I invested in group coaching. And this is what I've continued to go along. And it's something that allowed me to see me as a whole. Rather than seeing things in a small little way, it allowed me, and there's a handful of stories in there as well, that help individual become better in the way that they're responding. Because you can't do anything about your environment and other people, but you always have control over the way you respond to it, and that is something that a life coach would allow you to see your blind spot. So that's the second secret. The third secret is learn mental models. Master Coach A has been teaching us mental model for the last 8 months, and this week there's going to be another class next week on the 29th, a mental model, and I shared it to what that mental model is and how you can avail of it later. But mental models is how we see the world, is how you're processing things, is how you're seeing things and seeing other people and how you're making decisions. That is what mental model is all about. And when you continue to learn mental model, you begin to understand that there are some mental models that you're using that's not serving you, or there are some mental models that you have been using but you don't know it's a mental model. And eventually you'll be able to be intentional about how you're doing these activities, how you're doing these interactions for you to get better. So that is number three. The fourth secret to keep yourself sane at work is to discover your purpose or your why at work. This one we've been, a lot of people have been talking about this at the workplace. This is your true north. Call this sometimes as your true north. Discover that. Discover your true north. Help when you hire a coach, ask your coach to guide you through and finding why you're doing what you're doing in the first place. For the parents out there, you would say that you're doing this for your children, you're doing this for, maybe your spouse, your family members, and what have you. Find that is okay. That is your altruistic why, but discover your selfish why. Like, why do you really do what you do? Are you doing that because you want to get the affirmation from other people? Are you doing these things because you want to be acknowledged? Are you doing this because you just want to, be able to share your ideas, your knowledge, experiences, and expertise with other people? Be true to yourself, because the more that you're true to yourself and you acknowledge it, the better it is for you to be able to respond and live the life that you have in a sane way. And finally, number five, secrets to keep yourself sane at work is find a community that helps you thrive. When I started in life coaching and I met Decap Cup Republic, I met Life Coach Philippines. That is where my life changed. I'm the type who is an introvert, so I would rather do things on my own, work on my own. I would be able to complete the things if I don't rely on other people. But unfortunately, as you move up in the corporate ladder, you need people for you to get things done, because you can't do things on your own. You're not Superman. I call that I'm Superman, but I'm not Superman. You're going to need other people to help you with that, and you have the right community for you that allows you to thrive, that allows you to see things in perspective, because other people would get so defensive about the life that they're living. They're so much comfortable in their comfort zone, but they live life miserably. And I know a lot of people like this that are living life miserably, and they say it, they express it, but they're not really putting in the effort and the time for them to move forward because of that discomfort. And I tell you, that discomfort will be more, will be a heavy burden for you as you go along. Believe me, 14 years in the corporate world, moving up the corporate ladder very fast, as we continue to hold on to that, it just hurts you more. And I've realized that once you let that go and you start living the life that you are called to do, you are born to do, your calling, that is where transformation changes. So find a community that helps you thrive. Don't feel bad when these people are really supporting you, telling you what you need to hear. Because if you're looking for a space in which you're just gonna suit you, then that's not gonna help you out as you grow. Find a space in which people would really be there because they love you, they care for you, that they will show you that this is what you're doing and this is how it's affecting you, because you're the one who's going to process that anyway in the first place. So that is the beautiful thing when you have a community, especially in Life Coach Philippines and in Decap Coffee Republic, where we created this community, what we call our gamery, to help individuals really find out what they want to do in life so that they can do it. They can start doing it, they can start focusing, giving their attention on, and just start living the life that they have. So those are the five secrets that I've shared with you, and maybe in your stage right now in which you're still doubting and questioning if you know the things that you think you need to do is something that you need to do. And maybe you're so exhausted at work already. You feel your burnout. You feel that whatever you're doing, you feel that it's not getting the fruits that you want. You're not getting acknowledged in there. um, there's hope. There's hope, and there's a solution that you can utilize. And I'm excited actually to share this with you. I have this coaching program that will finally allow you to break free from the vicious cycle of monotony. If you have been working and living your life in monotony, this program would just allow you to be free of that. Because by digging deep and understanding what's really important to you, you become more inspired, you become more motivated to pursue a happy and fulfilled life. And I'm introducing this to you. If you want to have a transformed life, it's a silver lining coaching program, and this program will allow you to finally identify the goals that keeps you inspired, the goals that keeps you motivated, and you can start planning out with intention what actions that you will need to do and identify the obstacles that might be hindering you or sabotaging your success. And imagine when you go through this, when you're able to unpack this and overcome all of these obstacles, you're able to create an action plan that you would be able to handle things in an efficient and effective way. Plus, at the end of the program, you will also have a full of list of things that sparks joy, gives joy into your heart, gives joy into your mind, spark that, inspiration in your life and hope for you to becoming a better person and also living the life that you have. And if you need any help to get started with the process of organizing your affairs, let me know. Let's have a conversation. You can connect with me at 0917-569-4200. You may share your questions in the comment below, or you can message us here at Life Coach Philippines, and we'll be happy to support you in your journey. Don't wait for that another situation to happen before you make a decision. I believe prevention is better than cure. And as we continue to invest on yourself, you continue to invest on your learning and your growth, I tell you, it's going to be a wonderful life in there. It's better than the life that we're living right now. You can do more. You can be more. Yes, you might experience fear in there, but the beautiful thing about it is when you have a community, when you have a coach with you, it's make the journey more and more bearable. It makes the journey more and more wonderful. It makes the journey more and more joyful, and that is what we are helping you with. All right, so I hope you're able to get some nuggets and wisdom in here. If you have any questions, feel free to message us here at Life Coach Philippines. We'll be happy to help you out. As I end this the conversation, let me invite you to what we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. If you are not yet a smart holder of the B Learning e-card and you're still missing on the perks that we are enjoying, today is the best time for you to take action. Please connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to join the Be Learning Society. It's a tent maker of the Be Learning Home for Mental Fitness. And what you will do when you invest on this Be Learning Society, you will also get to support the passion project of Master Coach A, which is she's going to create a halfway house for individuals who are wanting to have a place of solace, a place of peace, and a place that they can start healing. Plus, you will get a 5% food and beverage discount from Decaf Cooperative Public if you avail of this monthly mental model, this Be Learning Society. And you get a full mental model masterclass by Master Coach A happening every fourth Saturday of the month. But this month, it's going to be on the fifth Saturday, plus the benefit of 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. And please save the date on January 29th. That's the fifth Saturday at 7 p.m. for our next mental model masterclass, as Master Coach A will teach about the transformation mental model. And the transformation is a radical shift at the identity level. And this masterclass will go deeper on what transformation is, what is involved in transformation, transforming oneself, and the biggest transformation bottlenecks and how to overcome them. And it's time for you, for me, to make that radical shift. With this pandemic, I think it's about time for us to really get that shift in there and live the life and live the kind of life that we want. Do not miss this masterclass. Please connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 for more information and registration assistance. When you truly understand that what transformation is, you will also fully grasp the degree of resistance that comes along with it. So, thus, you need to know how to deal with bottlenecks in the process of transformation. So, you will know how to deal with the resistance that shows up in the process. So, please connect with Coach Rizal for more information or registration assistance through 0917-586-1661. Also, for individuals, if you want to become and be part of what we are doing as a certified life coach, and I tell you this, life coaching has changed my life, and it continued to change my life as I continue to invest. And I tell you, if you want to live the life that you want, get inside a profession. It's a life changing profession. This is something that has changed my life so deeply. Master Coach A is now offering co-actively co-create life coach certification program. This is a CPD accredited course with 40 CPD units. And CPD is all about learning new things or refreshing your knowledge by doing new things. That is what makes CACC Life Coach Certification Program the perfect track for continuing professional development. And life coaching is a 21st century learning experience that is empowering professionals to enhance their skills in multiple domains and thereby increasing their relevance in an increasingly complex workplace. And what you will get in here, if you avail of this program, you will get the 21-day web-based learning. You will also get a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A and a 3-day live business bootcamp with senior coaching team. And you will also get many other bonuses. So please connect with Coach Yourself to 0917 to discover 0917-586-1661 to discover opportunities waiting for you in this profession. All right. So thank you very much for joining me this wonderful morning. We do this every single day at 10 a.m., at 2 p.m., and at 4 p.m. here at Life Coach Philippines. And if you're looking for more contents, just utilize the search function here at Life Coach Philippines. Search a keyword in there. If you don't have, you're not able to find that word, let us know. We'll be happy to help you out. Just send us a message here and we will be able to support you. All right. Do join us for another coaching conversation later with Coach Marife for coaching for fitness and nutrition. And also my Better Half Coach Tin at 4 p.m. for coaching for a relationship. They're going to be, sharing conversation with you if you want to improve your relationship and also your health and fitness. Come and join us and join them later this afternoon. All right. Once again, this is Life Coach Shaun from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk. Coaches like us think and talk like this. This is us from the Philippines, Lab Bam Boom. Thank you everyone for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag-and-drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag-and-drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.